Welcome to Mopower Garage. Today we're going to talk about what lubricants you put on these rod bolts to get the proper stretch. I posed the question online about these rods. What do we put on these bolts? I got answers that were all over the place. Put nothing on them. Put transmission fluid on them. Put peanut oil on them at 90 degrees. Put WD-40 on them at 85 degrees. One person even suggested Vaseline and yet another lard. Today we're going to do some testing with 3 different lubricants to see if we get the proper bolt stretch. Everybody online was just concerned about the proper torque. These are 340 resized rods. We put ARP Pro 2000 bolts in them. Specification 244-6401. Supposed to be torqued to 55 foot-pounds, and we're supposed to get a stretch on the rod bolts of 70 10,000ths to 75 10,000ths. For the lubrication of our rod bolts, we're going to use 3 different lubricants, one of them being engine oil, the other being anti-seize, and the third being the ARP Ultra-Torque, which was recommended for our rod bolts. We're going to use a snap-on ratchet with a 7/16 hex socket, and we're going to use a 3/8 snap-on torque wrench, torquing to 40 foot-pounds and then stepping up to 55 foot-pounds. To measure the rod bolt stretch, we're going to use these ProForm rod bolt stretch gauges. Did a story for Mopar Connection magazine years ago, and we used these. And additionally, from ProForm, we have this clamp to hold the rods while we torque them. On the end of each rod bolt, we have an indentation, and that is where the tool will fit into the bolt so we can measure the stretch. We've got our gauge on our rod bolt and we've zeroed it. So we've got our first gauge set up for this rod bolt. We switched over to the other side. We're going to use the other gauge for this rod bolt. So we'll have both of them established at the 0 point. And now we're going to add oil to the studs and the nuts on the surface where they contact the cap, and we're going to make our next measurement. Just get a little oil on my finger, put it onto the rod bolts, get them lubed all the way up, and then the nuts themselves, make sure I get lube where they make contact with the rod. And we'll be ready to install. Using a ratchet, I'll just snug up the rod bolt. Snug the nut up on both of these. And then we'll be ready to do our torque in 2 smooth steps. We have the torque wrench set at 40 foot-pounds, nice and smooth. Both of them are torqued to 40 foot-pounds. Now we'll increase it to 55. We'll do our final torque. Nice and smooth. And 55. Now it's torqued. Let's check the stretch. All right, we got our first check here. We've got everything hooked up, and we got almost 4 thousandths with just oil on this bolt. So we were looking for 7 10,000ths, so 7 thousandths to 7.5 thousandths, or 75 10,000ths. So we didn't get the adequate stretch on this bolt with the oil. On this bolt, we got about 5 thousandths, so we had 4 thousandths and 5 thousandths with the oil. Neither one of them met the number we were looking for. Now let's check one with anti-seize. On our next bolt, we zeroed the gauge, and let's check the other one. We zeroed again, so now we have both our gauges zeroed. So now let's add some anti-seize and see how much stretch we get. We're going to apply our anti-seize. A little dab will do ya. We all know that person who lubes these up and looks like the Tin Man almost instantaneously. So let's lube up these. All right, let's set it up and torque it. Again, we'll do this in 2 steps, 40 foot-pounds. And then we'll bring it up to 55. Nice and smooth. All right, let's check the stretch. Our measurement of the first rod bolt stretch is 5 thousandths. Again, we're in the indentations on each end, and we're getting 5 thousandths. Just a touch over 5 thousandths. Let's look at the other side. On the other side, I'm getting a little over 5 thousandths, about 5.5 thousandths. So we had 5 thousandths and about 5.5 thousandths. Our last connecting rod of the day, we're checking the bolts. This one's also zeroed. So now let's get our Ultra-Torque applied to the bolts and the nuts. With our Ultra-Torque, we'll just put a little dab will do you, just like before. Don't go crazy with it. And we also want to make sure we dab the surface of the nuts, the fasteners. All right, let's get ready to torque this. We've snugged up the bolts. Now we're going to torque them to 40, just like the other ones. And then we'll raise it up to 55. Let's check the stretch. We have our stretch gauge on the bolt that has the Ultra-Torque, and if you take a close look, we're staying right at 7 thousandths. Right where we're supposed to be. And on the other bolt, we're also at 7 thousandths. So we've got this thing right in spec. The stretch is just what we want for the bolts, so we're in good shape. These are the 3 rods that we tested with engine oil, with anti-seize, and with the Ultra-Torque. We made sure to use different rods so that way we wouldn't have any influence of cross-contamination. To recap what we did today, we had reconditioned 340 rods fitted with ARP rod bolts, part number 2446401. Our torque was 55 foot-pounds, and we were looking for a stretch of 70 10-thousandths to 75 10-thousandths of our ARP rod bolts. With oil, we only had 4 to 5 thousandths stretch, not enough. With anti-seize, it stepped up to 6 thousandths. That was a little better, but still didn't meet the target. And then we put the ARP Ultra-Torque on the bolts, and we got a number that was within spec. If we had not gotten the proper clamping numbers, stretching of the bolt, we could have the cap move slightly. The bearing could lose its clamp, and that could be causing a bearing to spin. The cap can fret against the rod, so it would get damaged. The bolt could experience a damaging cycling loading, a cyclical effect, and that could cause the rod to fail, and then we would have an engine failure. If we had overstretched the bolt, we could exceed the elasticity of the bolt itself. The bolt may not be able to return to its original length. We could have fatigue, which could reduce the life of that bolt, and in extreme cases, again, a failure. So is it important to torque? Yes. But is it more important to get the proper stretch of the bolt? Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today on Mo Power Garage. I'm the professor. I'll see you next week.